the veiled secret of the Kama Sutra, or the way a certain poet interprets the Surrealist manifesto at night. Goddess, as we sit at night on a carpet of clouds, as I unveil you, as I survey your curves, your grace, your sacredness, as I map out the regions of your navel, as our lips seek and touch, I forget avant-garde, metafictional devices, hypertext and the half-opened ebooks on the lost treasures of Timbuktu on my broken iPad. I forget Borges and the half-written Borgesian story titled A Treatise on the Permissibility of Marriage Between Mankind and Jinns. I forget Golden Mean, the Stoics, the Nicomachean Ethics, Bentham, and the Felicific Calculus, a philosophical method of calculating practical happiness and bliss. I forget closed quadrants, poetic cubism, theory of forms, wheel of Dharma, cycle of suffering, 7 stations of the dervish, sea power, and the territorial extent of the sweetened margarine and moisture between thighs. I forget poetic policy, dead poet society, the big poem, or is it a short essay thinly disguised as a poem, which in my delusional state of being, I dream will make me immortal, or an inimitable idol like Hubal of the Arabs, Karl Marx, prophet of matter, or Adonis, idol and god to all those who place high premium on poetry and the metaphysical necessities of being. I forget committee on poetry and our silly policy make every stupid citizen poem literate before the next elections in the planet of truth. I forget phones. Oh, how I hate smartphones, and this is very true. Broken ATM cards, unpaid bills, unfulfilled promises, stagnated investments, the kettle of Sufi tea on my desk, hallucinations, and all those strange visions that haunt gentle souls as they navigate through the landscapes of sand. I forget grand concepts like the great woman, jewel of the savannah, and the tormenting images of the mermaid of sand. Goddess, as I let go the strap of your brow and let my tongue examine the dark areola of your nipple as you mourn and cry, bite me hard, I fade. Everything in this goddamn cramped up stupid poet brain of mine fades. I think, I am because I am. Perhaps Descartes is right. I abhor Cartesian dualism. I perceive from a distance of septillion million miles echoes from the fragrance of my all-time favorite philosopher, the Andalusian existentialist and prophet of unity. He says, heart sickness causes the lover to melt and is the most grievous sadness of the heart. He says, torment is a fire that blazes up in the hearts of the lovers, burning everything it finds there except the lovers and love. He says, burning desire is the flame of desire, and passion is the expansive stage of love because it is derived from air. He says, intoxication is an abandonment of reason and the 4th stage of love. He says, mad love is intoxication of reason. He says, sadness is the most difficult manifestation of love and the hardest to bear. And he says, love blinds and deafens. Goddess, as you twirl and twist, as I grasp the ungraspable magic of your curves, as I feel the fullness of your buttocks and their grace, as you disrobe me, embrace me, anoint me, poet of the goddess, and admit me into the temple of thighs, I transcend ink and pen. I perceive grace. I connect to the superhighway of subconsciousness. I submerge below the subliminal sublime subways of consciousness. I test, I lick, I suck, I inhale the effusing gases of the Surrealist manifesto in a dream. In the same dream, I become a mad dream. I gather strength, I trust, I permeate through the lost pages of the Kama Sutra. At the infinite revelation of the eagle pose, I explore the poetry of your navel and the metaphysics of your thighs. As you mourn, I vanish, I fade, I seek the hidden mystery of life. I choke. I gasp for breath and moisture. I see light. I gain knowledge. I explode. I scatter into bits of bliss and dream. In a state of non-being, I gather the salacious quills of my tongue and I scribble a verse on the inner lobe of your clitoris. Vagina is the gateway of being. Thank you.